Hi everyone, my name's Chef Alex, and I am going to help you guys learn how to cook some really easy, tasty recipes. All right, so we're gonna get started. This week, you guys are going to be making nachos. So the first thing we wanna do whenever we cook is make sure we wash our hands really well with warm water and soap for 20 seconds, all right? And then the next thing you want to do is take a look, put an apron on, put a hat on or tie your hair back. And then what's really important whenever we cook is we need to get all of our ingredients ready to go. All right, so this week, as I mentioned, we're making nachos. And these are very easy. We don't even have to cook them. All right, so let's go through our ingredients first, and then we'll go through all the equipment we need. So when we cook, French people call this mise en place. So it means everything in its place. So we get all of our ingredients ready, all of our equipment ready, and then we can cook. So what we're gonna need for our nachos, of course, we need nachos. So we have some tortilla chips, and then we're gonna make a very easy salsa. So we need 2 tomatoes. We need a green pepper. We're gonna use half of it. We need half of a red onion. We need some olive oil. We need a lime. We need some salt. And some pepper. And that's all that's going in our salsa. Next, we're gonna use lentils. So lentils are a type of legume, so they're a type of bean, and we're gonna use those instead of meat. So we have lentils. Yours might look different, but that's fine. I have some lentils here. And then we also have some chili powder. So chili powder can be a little bit spicy. So what we're gonna do while we cook today, things are gonna be measured for you. You can add a little bit to start and then taste it. So whenever we cook, we add a little bit, we taste it, we see if we like it. If we want more, we can add more. All right, but we have our chili powder. So these are ground up dried chilies. So a little bit spicy, but very, very tasty. You're gonna use another lime in with your lentils and more salt and pepper. And then our other toppings, if we're trying to be a little bit healthier, instead of sour cream, we can use yogurt. So we have some yogurt. And for nachos, we're just gonna use plain yogurt. I don't think we wanna put vanilla yogurt on nachos, okay? And then we have, everybody's favorite, shredded cheese. And then we have a few leaves of lettuce. All right, let's cook. So, whenever you're cooking, you can relax. If you like music, maybe put some music on, and we're gonna start. So the first thing we're gonna do is, our equipment. You're gonna need a plate, a grater, a fork and a couple spoons, a mixing bowl for your salsa, and then I'm gonna use a big bowl. We call this our garbage bowl. So we can just put it in front of us, all right? And then as we work, any of our scraps we can throw in there, all right? Now we're ready to cook. So the first thing we're gonna do, take your plate, and then we're just gonna go ahead and put our nachos on there. All right, so a couple handfuls of our nachos, or about half a bag we want to use. That'll serve 2 people. All right, just like that. How easy was that? Okay, now we're gonna make salsa. So you guys might be using a chopper, and that's fine. I'm gonna use a knife. If you are ever using a knife, make sure you have a parent around. Or stick to your chopper. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this tomato and we're just gonna cut it right in half. Okay? Both of them. And then this is the fun part. take your mixing bowl, make sure your hand is over top, and then what we're gonna do, all of those seeds that are inside, we're gonna squeeze them out. So it's like squeezing the guts out of the tomato. Ready? Make sure your hand's in there. Otherwise it'll squirt all over you. All right, see that? And there's all its guts. So we don't want all those seeds in our salsa, so we squeeze them all out. And we do that to each one. Squeeze it all out. Might feel a little gross, but it's fun. Squeeze all those guts out. There you go. And then we put them back on our cutting board. You can give your hands a little wipe off, all right? And then we want to chop these nice and small. So squeeze them down. And then you're going to use your chopper. All right? I've been working as a chef for a long time, so I've chopped thousands of tomatoes. So I can do it pretty quickly, but you guys can just take your time. And again, I'm going to show you again. So what we do, we take that tomato, put your hand on top, squeeze it down. And then we cut them into strips and then turn them, all right? And cut the other way. So what you're ending up with here are little diced bits. Okay, and then we're going to do our other two tomatoes here. So each week we're going to be doing a different recipe. And I have a surprise guest for our video. We have an official taste tester who's going to approve of our recipes or not. You'll have to wait to the end to see who it is. All right. So our tomatoes are chopped and they're in our bowl. We can wipe our hands again. If you have a sink by you, you can just run them under the water. Let's do our onion. So we have half of an onion. So what we want to do, we can cut off the top part and the bottom part. We don't want those. And then those go in our garbage bowl that's right in front of us, all right? And then this outside layer of the onion, we're just going to peel off and into our garbage bowl. So what I like to do when I cut the onion, if you're using a chopper, right, we're gonna go like this first, but don't go all the way through the onion. And then we turn it, just like the tomatoes, and then we chop. And then that last bit you can turn over so it's nice and safe to cut. And then we have onions that are cut up nice and small. However you would like to do it with your chopper, go ahead. Our green pepper, all right? Maybe not a lot of people like these, but we should try it in our salsa. It's gonna give us a nice color. So when we're eating, remember, the more colorful things look when it comes to fruits and vegetables, the healthier it's gonna be for us. So we're just gonna cut that in half. Yours might already come cut in half, all right? But what we wanna do is make sure we take out that middle bit with the seeds. So over top of our garbage bowl, we just take that out. All right, and then if you see these white pieces here, we're also gonna just pull those out. And get all those seeds out. Give it a good tap. We put our pepper down and then we're gonna cut it into strips. So you're gonna cut them into strips just like that. It smells good. I like peppers a lot. If you do too, chefs, like we said, we have to taste. All right, we turn the peppers the other way, just like the tomato and the onion, and then we chop them. We're gonna put those in our bowl as well. So look at all our nice veggies in that bowl. We have our tomatoes, our onions, and our peppers. So next, we want to add some lime juice. So what we're going to do, we take a box grater, all right? Or whatever little grater you have, you're going to go to the small holes. And when it comes to limes, a lot of that flavor is in this outside bit. So when we grate it, that part will come off. We call this the zest. But we don't want the white part, just the green part. So you're only going to go over the grater once. And you'll really be able to smell that nice lime flavor. And be very careful when you're using your grater, all right? So we just go all the way around the lime. Just like that, and then look at this. So that is what our lime zest looks like, all right? So we put that in with our veggies, and then you can just put your grater over top of the bowl and just give it a good shake, and all that zest will fall out. Then what we're gonna do is cut our lime in half. And we don't need anything fancy to juice our lime. We just need a fork, and you're gonna stick the fork in the lime like that and turn it. And look at all that juice that comes out. That goes in our garbage bowl. Yum. Oh, also at the end of each episode, I'll tell you guys a food joke, all right? We got a good one today. Okay, our olive oil goes in. And half of the salt that you guys have. So just half of that salt goes in. And half of your pepper. Then we're gonna give that a mix, really good mix, all right? And look at that, nice fresh salsa. Put that aside. Now our lentils. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna do the same thing with a different lime. So in that zest is what we call essential oil. So all of the chemical compounds that make a lime smell like a lime or taste like a lime, almost all of it is in this bit. So when you really want something to taste like lime, we can use the zest. All right, so the zest goes in with our lentils. And again, give your grater a tap. And then we're doing the same thing with this lime. We're gonna juice it. So again, stick your fork in there, turn it. That one, garbage bowl. So you'll see it's nice to work with a garbage bowl because you can just throw everything right in there. Okay, a little more salt. Pepper. And our chili powder. And then you're gonna take the fork that we used and you're just gonna press on those lentils like that, mash them up. All right, so we're just mashing them. And smell it. And that's what it's gonna look like. So next, what we can do, we take our lettuce and we're just gonna cut it into strips. So you'll have 3 leaves. So what I like to do, take one, your lettuce might look a little bit different, it's okay, and just put them all on top of each other. And then what you can do is fold it over, and then you're gonna use your chopper. We want kind of thin strips. All right, so slowly, we're just gonna go like that. You guys will be using your chopper. And then we have shredded lettuce. All right, now we can assemble our nachos. So, we take our plate with our tortillas. This salsa, if you don't want to use all of it, you can save it in the fridge, cover it, and then the rest of your tortillas, you can just scoop them. So we're going to sprinkle some of our nice salsa on top. And when we cook at home like this, it's a lot better for us. And it tastes nice and fresh. So we're just kind of sprinkling that salsa all over the top. We're gonna take those lentils, and then you're just gonna sort of sprinkle those over top as well. All right, cheese. Take your cheese, sprinkle that over top. And then, like we mentioned, we're gonna use yogurt instead because it's a little bit healthier. And what you're gonna do, you're just gonna kind of go plop, plop, plop. You can say it when you do it too, plop. And then we take our shredded lettuce. We put that on top. If you have a little bit extra, just save it. Maybe you can make a bit more later, all right? And look at that. So in about 10 to 15 minutes, we made healthy, homemade nachos that are ready to eat. Let's taste one. Mmm. So, your joke this week. Why were the apple and the orange left alone? Because the banana split. Good one, huh? And, as promised, our official taste tester, let me go find her. Come here. This is Olive. She's our official taste tester. Olive, say hi. Say hi. Apparently, Olive does not like our nachos. I'm sure she'll eat one when I put her back on the ground. Say bye. Next week, we're going to have another fun recipe. All right? Have fun, guys. Be safe, stay cool, and enjoy your healthy nachos. Bye.